Hey, how's it going, everybody? Tall Tesla Guy here, and I'm coming to you from my mobile design and creation lab. I'm here to talk about something today that I've been talking about for years, but it's been something that I've always sort of hoped for. I've always sort of wanted to happen. Elon got excited about it, and I did too, and I'm sure most of you guys did as well. It is specifically the 4680 battery, and only the 4680 battery, because that was the battery that promised us increased range in the car. Now, you guys know, I've been talking about it for years, that you don't need the range that the car provides on a daily basis anyway. There's no way I'm driving 300 miles a day, even 270 in what I got in the range test. However, you always want that feeling, and if there's an opportunity to get more range, less supercharger stops, if I'm doing an Ironman trip on myself and I don't need to stop, I want to take advantage of it. And the 4680 battery promised to give me plus 400 miles of range in my Model Y, maybe even closer to 500 miles. And it came out in 2020, so we're going to dive into that today, and I'm going to tell you where they're at with it, and I'm going to tell you what I kind of think about it. So sit back, relax. You guys are watching the Tall Tesla Guy. So 4680 battery is nothing new. It's something that came out about 4 years ago now, and it was Tesla's solution to range inhibited batteries that they had with the 2160 battery or whatever it was that they currently use, what I currently have in my car. And what it does is, without getting into the scientific technology of it, because honestly, if you're going to look for that specifically, you're going to go to a different place than here. But I'll tell you what I know in common layman's terms. It's a liquid cathode battery, and it only holds a certain amount of energy, just like the batteries you put in anything in your house. And the downside to it is that it takes a certain amount of time to charge it to get up to the range that you're looking to use. And then on top of that, you have only so much energy you can pull from it, unless you have more and more and more batteries. Now, this car is only so big, it can only house so many batteries underneath it, so many of these battery cells. Well, what the 4680 battery was a dry cathode battery. Now, a dry cathode battery allowed it to have that much more energy, that much more power. And when you had power like that, you were able to do different things with the car, different things with the energy output, and give yourself the ability to have a car that could have more than 400 miles of range. Now, it was super exciting when Elon came out with it. It was battery day. I think he even called it back in 2020, and we thought for sure it was coming by the end of the year. Now, it didn't happen then. I know there's a team dedicated to it, and they've been working on it tirelessly for years, but it just didn't happen. And I think what was happening is they were running into production issues. They were running into materials issues. They didn't have the materials they needed to make it. And then they were running into facilities issues. It just didn't work the way that they wanted it to. Now, I know that the 4680 battery did launch in a few of their cars. Some of the Model Ys that produced that were going to be basically Model Y Junior, Project Junipers. Some of the Cybertrucks have 4680 batteries, but not to the scale that they wanted. In fact, it was supposed to be such a high energy density and cost-effective battery that there was going to be no reason why Tesla wouldn't put it in every single one of their vehicles. It was going to be cheaper and easier for them to produce. It was going to produce or house more energy than they had before, so it was kind of a no-brainer. But what happened was the tech never quite pulled together. The production never pulled together with what Elon wanted. Now, like I said, they've been developing the 4680 battery for 4 years now. There are in some production vehicles that they have. However, since they are not able to launch it the way that he wants it to, Elon time is usually like 10 days ago. There are some inside sources that have said that Musk is actually considering scrapping the 4680 battery production altogether if they don't figure it out by the end of the year. Now, this is 4 years into it, and they've got another half a year to go before maybe they'll turn it around, maybe they'll get there, maybe they won't. But it's odd that he's thrown all this energy into it and it just hasn't worked. And what I thought of before, when I thought that maybe they weren't going to do it the way that they thought, it's because Tesla wanted to do everything in-house. Now, there are other companies that actually produce 4680 batteries, and maybe Tesla is deciding to team up and partner with them instead. Now, companies like BYD, CATL, both have their own versions of the 4680 battery. Now, it's not Tesla's flagship battery. It's not the one that is probably going to have a T on it. And, It may not be produced in a Tesla plant. However, they'll still be able to make a honeycomb structure around it. They'll still be able to put it within the single cast, Giga cast frame that the Model Y, S, and X are going to have, and 3. And essentially, it'll do the same thing, just Tesla's going to have to buy it. They're going to have to buy it from one of these companies, either BYD, Cattle, and LGES also has it too, or at least they're starting the production. Now, there were recent reports that Tesla was teaming up with Panasonic, and teaming up with Samsung to produce 4680 batteries, but that's not confirmed yet, and we don't know that that's what they're doing there, and we don't know that they're not producing any other part, but it just happens to be a 4680 battery. So that's one of the things that we're going to find out, maybe in the future. We're not really sure. But I mean, honestly, the biggest implication for Tesla in ditching the in-house 4680 battery for the Cybertruck and the Model Y production is that they're going to lose some of the $7,500 EV tax incentive. It's not going to have the high capacity battery that they're looking for, that the government's looking for. And who knows, maybe Tesla was going to lose them anyway. They might lose that $7,500 EV credit just like they did before when the Model 3 first came out. That could be, it could happen. It's one of those things you just don't know. And in general, I know that Tesla, it may come down to the fact where Tesla just doesn't want to do it. If they can't do it in-house, if they have to buy it from somebody, they may just be like, I'm not going to play then. Elon's been known to take his ball and go home if it doesn't work out the way that he wants it to, or in a sense of the factory and the employees, to just let everybody go like he did with the PR department years ago, if it's just not the way that he wants it to be. And that could very well happen. Now, I'm not sort of sunsetting the 4680 battery dreams. I'm not sunsetting my my vision that we're gonna have a car with more than 500 miles of range. Honestly, you don't get that in most gas cars anyway, but I thought it would be super neat with EVs and EV adoption and all that kind of stuff. And I'll say that as long as Tesla is innovating, as long as Elon is there trying to get things done, trying to make things happen, if the 4680 battery is anything that's possible, or there's a possibility of it down the road, I would say that he's going to do it and he's going to get it. And I know that the Cybertruck was his crowning jewel he's been talking about for years. It's turning out maybe not the way that he wanted to, but nonetheless, it's actually out there. And the Model Y is the highest produced EV globally, and certainly the highest selling vehicle that Tesla has ever made. So if the 4680 battery is going to come in anything, I'm going to say that first and foremost, it's going to come in the Model Y, which is the vehicle that I have and probably will continue to have, and most likely with the Cybertruck and probably the Model 3 Highland. And mainly, it was going to be shoehorned into the Model 2. In fact, that was the main thing that was going to cause this Model 2, this sub $20,000 Tesla, to be able to have the range that Elon wanted, which was close to $250, at the cost that he wanted to sell it, which was sub 30, probably sub 20. And the only thing that was going to make that even a possibility was if they had this 4680 battery, this cheaper to produce, higher energy output battery. And unfortunately, right now they don't have it. Now, I know that I put a video out before that said the Model 2 was dead. They weren't going to do it. I feel like Elon is still kind of putting it on the back burner. It's certainly not where he wants it to be. He said it again that maybe it's going to be coming, probably not this year. I would bet dollars to donuts it's not going to happen this year anyway. Either way, let me know what you guys think. Is this something that's going to slow you down? Is it going to make you buy the car, make you not buy the car, or you just don't care? Either way, throw it in the comments below. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching the videos, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, week, month so far in any way that you can enjoy it, and that you're staying safe out there. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day.